welcome back to the Football Flynn Show. Today we're going to be reviewing the games last night, the games tonight and predictions. So the games yesterday we'll be starting with, I think we will start with, should we start Juventus? We'll start with Juventus versus Porto. Juventus versus Porto. Porto won 2-1. First goal, Taremi, second minute in the game. Bentancur had the ball just outside the box. He tries to pass it to Chesney, but he passes it straight to Taremi. And Taremi in the box, he just, it's kind of like a 50-50. Chesney goes in with a sliding challenge and he does as well. And it hits off Chesney's legs and goes in. Second goal, Porto, after half time, 46th minute, Porto get the ball up the field. They kick it up the field. This is 2 goals from kickoff now. So they did very well to do this. Porto get the ball up to Manfa and Marega slotting it past Chesney. That's 2 goals from Porto from kickoff. Manfa takes the ball and he just crosses it. We pass across the net and he just Marega just takes a touch and slots it home. Chiesa, 82nd minute, and the 94th minute. So Ronaldo goes down the box. De Ligt puts the ball over the top, and Ronaldo runs onto it, does a mid-air Ronaldo chop, and he's a wee bit off balance, and then I think it was Manfa, I don't know which Porto defender it was, but he was a wee bit off balance, but if Ronaldo was going to get to that anyways in the box, but the Porto defender ran into him and took him down. I think it was a penalty because of that, but even though he was a wee bit off balance already, I think he would have stayed on his feet and scored, so I think that would have been a goal if the Porto player didn't run into him. But Juventus didn't play good. There's wide pressure on Pirlo to win his next UEFA Champions League games and Serie A games because they're not doing good at the moment. They're not playing well and anything like that. And Ronaldo to get beaten in his home nation and in his home everything, and his rivals beating him as well at Sporting and Porto, kind of big rivals. We'll move on to the Man City versus Everton game. 3-1 Man City. I didn't mention this yesterday because I was focusing more on the Champions League games, but I'll just review it now. Richarlison scored in the 37th minute. Foden scored in the 32nd minute. Mahrez scored in the 63rd minute. Bernardo Silva scored the 77th minute. Stones, Aguero, Zinchenko, Stefan, KDB, Kevin De Bruyne, Torres, Mendy, Fernandinho and Eric Garcia were all on the bench for City. Delph, King, Nkunku, James Rodriguez, Bernard, Andre Gomez, Coleman, Olsen and Onyanko were on the bench for Everton. Yeri Mina went off injured, so Seamus Coleman came on, and James and King also came on later in the game. KDB, Kevin De Bruyne and Fernandinho came on. Sterling and Rodri came off. Pep says Gundogan will be available to play against Arsenal. For the first goal, Foden, it looked like it was a good cross, everything, and it just came to Foden, it bounced back out, and it hit off inside of Coleman's leg and put Pickford off, and it went in, so kind of a deflection. Next off, Richarlison. So this was a big one. Seamus Coleman gets it back on the edge of the box, chips it, not inside the box, he chips it in, and Digne hits it on the volley, and it hits off the post and hits Richarlison's leg. But yeah, from that point of view, it looked like a handball because it looked like it hit off Richarlison's hand and then his leg, but it didn't. It hit off the post. Going into half time now, it was 1-1, it was a tight game. Mahrez 63rd minute, great goal. Bernardo Silva lays it off to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez takes a touch and bang, curls it in and it hits off the post. Typical Riyad Mahrez, curling it in, but he hasn't been on form lately, so he got a goal and that's good for him. Bernardo Silva, then the ball gets 77th minute. The ball gets tapped off to Bernardo Silva and he strikes it, and Pickford got a wee touch on it, but he deflected it in, and it was 3-1. And City have a lot of games coming up, but Pep says that to all the City players and all, don't look at the schedule because they've got big games coming up. I think we'll move into the Sevilla versus Dortmund game. First goal for Sevilla, 7th minute, Suso. We would have a lucky goal that gets deflected in and goes past Berkey. First goal for Dortmund, Dahoud, 19 minutes in. Great strike by Dahoud. 1 goal in 3 matches for him. Second goal, it was for Dortmund though. 27th minute, it was Erling Haaland. The ball gets flicked into the box. Erling Haaland runs onto it and puts it past Bunu. Third goal, it was Haaland again to get his brace of the match. It's kind of like the same goal, and he puts it in. The ball gets played through and he slides it past Bono. Second goal for Sevilla, Luke de Jong, 84th minute. The ball gets crossed in and Luke de Jong just passes it into the net. Quite funny, in fact, because Frankie de Jong with Barcelona earned a penalty versus PSG. I say it wasn't a penalty. I watched an angle there yesterday, and Kurzawa did hit his knee, but it's a wee bit soft. But anything soft these days in the penalty box, it goes down. Any team, not even Liverpool, Manchester United, none of them, like Liverpool, Manchester United, are getting better and better with Man United playing Real Sociedad. We'll discuss that later. Luke de Jong with Sevilla scored against Dortmund that goal in the 84th minute and tried to earn a penalty near the end, but he didn't get it. So 2 penalties at the end near the games to draw it, but they didn't get it. Good game, very intense, over and back football. Great game to watch because it was just over and back. It had everything in it, including loads of stuff and everything you would want to watch in a football game. I think we'll move on. I think we have the games tonight. Okay, we'll start off with Granada versus Napoli. Granada is 8th in La Liga. I'm just going to run through the games because we've got a couple of games. There's a couple of games in the Europa League, but I'm only running through 5. Granada's 8th in La Liga and they're home, and Napoli's away from home, and people are expecting that it'll be hard for teams to score away from home, but it's going to be a good game. Also, forgetting Celtic versus Aberdeen last night. David Turnbull in the 14th minute. What a midfielder he's turned out to be, scoring. He's getting better and better. He will get better and better, but the league's been over for a while, but at least if Celtic keep winning, they'll still get the points and all. But it is still a good win to get over Aberdeen because they drew with Aberdeen in the league, I think it was, already this year. So, it was a good win for the boys, the Hoops, the Celts. But, we'll move on to Arsenal-Benfica. Arsenal have been in alright form and Benfica have been in alright form. I think Benfica is 4th in Liga NOS, which isn't that great, but I think this will be a good game because both teams I think will be good and they'll just play good football and everything. Lille Ajax. Celtic bet Lille and all. Lille are doing top of the Ligue 1. Ajax probably. Ajax are, I think, top of the top of the Eredivisie, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Ajax and Lille. Ajax are doing well, and so are Lille and all those teams, because they're getting more and more goals, like same with Ajax, and they're going to just play better. And this will be another tight game. I think this will be a tight game because both kind of equal teams, both have good sides. But yeah, some teams aren't allowed to play at home, some teams are. But yeah, we'll move on to Braga versus Roma. Braga versus Roma. SC Braga's third in Liga NOS, and Roma are doing good in the Serie A, but this will be another tight game because Braga playing well at the moment, but Roma are as well. So I think it's going to be a tight game. I think maybe good football in both of these games, and yeah, I can't wait to watch all these games tonight. Okay, finally to end it off with the games tonight. Real Sociedad versus Man United. Now this is going to be one of the best games of tonight, maybe the best, because Man United are going to give a good game. I think counter-attacking football, they're going to give Real Sociedad a good game. When United are on form, they're just lethal. If they have their shooting boots on as well. Every team needs their shooting boots and all on. But yeah, and if United are on form, they're lethal. They're one of the best teams in the league. But they might not be this. They're getting the result against West Brom Albion. But that's in the Prem. This is different. This is the Europa League. Mikel Oyarzabal looks set to start for Real Sociedad after playing 80 minutes in his side's 1-0 victory over Getafe at the weekend on his return from an injury. However, long-term absence, Mikel Moya, the goalkeeper, and Lucas Sangali are still missing. Edison Cavani, Donny van de Beek and Paul Pogba are unavailable for Manchester United. As I said, some key players there. I think Cavani's underestimated and all at PSG and all. He's a great striker, can score goals, and yeah, if he can just get better in the Prem, get used to it, like Timo Werner and all, because Timo Werner scored against Newcastle last day, but it would be nice, it would be cool to see. I haven't seen much of Cavani, but yeah, I'm still a Man City supporter and everything. Yeah, Paul Pogba will miss Manchester United's Europa League clash with Real Sociedad and several upcoming Premier League games with a thigh injury. Manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirmed this. Summer signings Cavani and Van de Beek have muscle injuries, while manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has confirmed a thigh complaint will keep Pogba out for the rest of February. Anthony Martial and Scott McTominay have travelled to Italy for the last 32 first leg, but faced fitness tests on Thursday. Juan Mata is involved after missing recent squads, while teenagers Amad Diallo and Shola Retire are included. Amad Diallo, he looks like a good youngster. Hopefully he gets better and better, as every other player does. Just not for teams, for countries, because he's only 18 and maybe he'll grow in confidence if he gets playing for United. I think predictions. Okay, the predictions for this game. Real Sociedad versus... No, we'll leave that to the end. Granada versus Napoli. So I think it's going to be 2-1, 3-1 maybe, 2-1. Because I think Granada might score 2-0, maybe 2-0, a win for Napoli, but see, it's very hard to score against teams away, especially in European competitions, because you've got pressure on you. So I think 2-0, maybe 2-0, 2-1. Arsenal Benfica, I think this is going to be 2-2, 3-3, 1-1, a draw, because they're both playing very good. Maybe I'm going to go for Granada, I'm going to go 2-2, and 2-2. For Arsenal and Benfica, I'll go 2-2. And then Granada FC versus Napoli, I think 2-0 to Napoli. Lille Ajax. So Lille versus Ajax. I think this is going to be a tight game, very tight game. I think Ajax might edge it, 2-1 maybe. Braga versus Roma, I think the same, 2-1. And Real Sociedad v Manchester United. I was thinking Real Sociedad would win, but now I'm thinking it's a very tight game. And I don't know, I'm thinking it might be a draw because both teams are good. Both teams are in decent form, and Real Sociedad's 5th in La Liga, Man United's 2nd in the Prem. So yeah, it's a tough game. I think maybe. Wait, who's at home? I'll check who's at home. I don't think. Man United aren't home, but I don't think that. I'll just check it here. As I was saying, it's a good game, obviously, because two good teams, two decent teams, yeah. The press conference, people travelling. Yeah, I think Manchester United will travel to Turin to face Real Sociedad in the first leg. So it's in Juve. It's Juve, where Juve play now. In the Allianz Stadium. Yep, but I was thinking that, I just wasn't sure where. But I was thinking that Spain wouldn't allow anybody in, so I think, so Real Sociedad and Manchester United are travelling to Turin. Real Sociedad, yeah. As you can see, we have a David Silva kit here, Real Sociedad. David Silva obviously used to play for Man City. Did great things against loads of teams, and then that one there is the Napoli home kit this year, and it is Insigne in the back. Yeah, no, nobody's in the back of that. The other one's Insigne. But yeah, it's a good. There's a lot of games on in the Europa League this week, because there's like 10 games max. United starting at 5:55 kickoff. Can't wait to see this game. Hopefully David Silva can produce. Again, I want to see him back. But United will give them bother as well. United on the counter maybe. See, the problem is it said Martial isn't that fit. So they don't have that much strikers. Maybe they can play Rashford striker this time and play like Greenwood, but United are down a couple of players, which might make it easier or harder, but might make it easier for Real Sociedad, maybe harder for United, but I think United and Real Sociedad are going to have a chance of winning this game. It's going to be a great 2 games in it. There's no Champions League games until next week, and Real Sociedad, I think my prediction is going to be 2-2. Oh, is it 2-2? 3-3, 2-2, 1-1. I think it's going to be a draw either way. I think that both teams are equally. Maybe Real Sociedad will edge it because United don't have them players, but it's going to be a tight game, maybe 2-1, 2-2. But Real Sociedad have most of their players they want. They have David Silva, Mikel Oyarzabal, on form Porto, Isaac, they've got the players. So 2-1 maybe to Real Sociedad, maybe 2-2. I think. Oh, this is a tight one. At the end of this episode, my predictions will pop up on the screen, and you can try it as well if you want. You can see how many predictions you get right and how many you get wrong. But but I think it's a tight one. But if my sheet pops up, I'll think about it, and when my sheet pops up for this video, I will the prediction will be there. It's going to be a tight game though. All games are tight, especially if they're away from home and they don't know the stadium they're playing in. But Man United have played in the Allianz Stadium. They have beaten Juventus. They've done some good comebacks there. So yeah, maybe it's going to be a tight game. So yeah, my predictions will pop up on the screen here. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the 2 episodes I've posted. Now this is going to be the 3rd one. Hopefully you enjoyed all of them. And yeah, this is going to be a good day for games. And yeah, hope you enjoyed all the episodes. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So have a nice day, have a nice week, and goodbye.